So we're dying to know, like, what was the horse like?
I had a feeling that one was coming. It was honestly really cool, like just being able to see just a different take on how he approached like leadership and just teaching the horse like what he wanted it to do and what he wanted to receive from the horse. It was pretty cool, like not your average experience at dev camp, but I thought it was a different way to approach kind of that learning about leadership. Just how he taught the horse like just little commands like staying still, and then when he wanted to push its rear around so it doesn't kick him in the face kind of thing, like just how he went about teaching the horse. I think it's like honestly a little crazy to say that you could apply it into a dressing room, but I think you could. Just the way he approached it, like you first wanted to gain respect from the horse and then build that trust with them, and that's something you can try and do with your teammates. That's definitely going to be beneficial in the long run. So definitely a cool experience, but a lot to learn as well.
Yeah, what was the reaction when you guys got there and kind of, the initial reaction to it?
Yeah, I mean, we first walked in and it smelled horrible. So we were like, okay, what are we in for here? We didn't know if we had to like ride horses or something. So that was interesting, but kind of just gathered around. He explained what he was going to do, and just took notes really of what we were learning and how he approached teaching that horse how to become one that he'll be able to ride in a week. I think he said 8 days usually takes them. So that was cool to see, but yeah, it was definitely a cool experience.
So before coming to Toronto, did you know that was a thing that was on the schedule that you were gonna do?
No clue. Actually, last night my dad texted me. He was like, "What's this horse about?" And I responded with like a question mark, as I had no idea. And he sent me like some tweet where they were talking about Haley was talking about the horse or whatever, but didn't release a whole lot of info about it, so I wasn't really expecting anything really. But yeah, it was a cool experience.
You must like something like that too, because I would imagine some of these camps, they're not running the mill, they're kind of the same thing. So when you have a little bit of a curveball thrown at you, that must be a bit of a...
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always cool to experience something new at Dev Camp and figure out a new way to learn what you're going to be able to use in the real world. So just taking different approaches. I don't think you can ever have too many opinions, but just pick the ones you like and take the most information out of the stuff you like as well. But yeah, definitely a curveball, but I think all the guys liked it.
I know there's a lot of off-ice kind of stuff and kind of speakers and kind of discussions during this camp. What do you learn about dealing with pressure at a camp like this?
Yeah, we had a session with MC. She's like a sports psychologist, and her whole session was really just about pressure and like your mindset. And the big thing was pressure really is a privilege, and just kind of reframing that, getting away from that, treating it as anxiety, just treating it as a privilege, because it truly is. There's not a lot of people in the world who can do what we do on a daily basis and have that at their fingertips where they can really just take advantage of it and make them better. So yeah, I think it's definitely a big part of becoming a good hockey player, and something that they focus on a lot at this camp. So it definitely helps us, all those little thoughts and reframing is beneficial for everyone here, so it's great to touch on that.
What are you hoping to take away from the on-ice stuff after another season in Michigan?
Yeah, I mean, I've been chatting with the development staff a bunch, had a conversation with Haley today. Just stacking, really, taking little things that myself, my coaches back at Michigan, and the development staff here believe I need to focus on, and that'll help me take my game to the next level, and just building on top of that every single day. Focus on a couple things each skate that I want to get better at, and just work towards perfecting my craft every day. I think the biggest thing is consistency. So just taking that into everyday approach, can't take a day off, and I think that's definitely going to be beneficial for me. I feel great right now. I feel like I'm in the best shape I've ever been, so still got a lot of summer left and just looking to take advantage of that.
What was your summer like?
Sorry?
Year for the summer?
Yeah.
What did you take away from last season?
A lot of things, honestly. I think last year was a great learning curve for me. Didn't have my greatest season, but that comes with a lot of lessons and a lot to take away from. So I'm really excited for this season. I've put in a lot of work already and looking to continue to do that for the rest of the summer. But a lot of lessons that came back with me from last year, just how hard it truly is to be a great college hockey player. But that's definitely, last season's definitely going to benefit me as a player moving on, and I'm really looking forward to next year.
Is there anybody here that you kind of want to learn from, if you will? I know Ben Danvers was saying yesterday that Tana's been a good source for him. Anybody come to mind for you in that regard?
Yeah, I think someone who I've skated with a little bit since I've been here, coming back from Michigan, Scott Lawton. Similar sized player to me, and he's been in the NHL for 10 plus years now, so he definitely knows what he's doing out there, and just being able to skate with him, ask him questions, is, even though it's been real quick so far, I'm looking to continue to do that for the rest of the off season here and just build little things he does well into my game, and just continue to benefit from all these great players who train at Ford over the summer as much as I can. So looking forward to the rest of this offseason.
What did Lawton tell you that kind of resonated? He's a pretty engaging personality.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You know, came up and introduced himself to me as soon as I got on the ice. So I think the biggest thing when we were skating the first time was just like how patient he is with the slot shots he takes. Like we were doing little shave ice drills with releasing pucks in the slot, and just watching him make it look so effortless was really cool. Just that extra split second he takes where he's not in a rush to release it and just changes the angle just a slight amount, really opens up so much more room for him. There was one rep where he went like 3 in a row, just exact same slide and shot, top right, and I was just like, this guy makes it look so easy. So just taking away those little things that he does well, I think it's going to be beneficial for me, and just continue to pick his brains over the offseason. Thanks guys. Appreciate it.
So we're trying to get to the bottom of this. What was the horse like today?
Yeah, it was a good experience. Obviously, it's good to get out of the hotel and kind of do some team bonding with the guys, but you know, it was a new experience and it was fun today. Yeah.
How can it help you? Like, it's from the outside, it's like, what can you as a hockey player take from this?
Yeah, they were saying that horse is kind of like a younger horse, obviously, in its development, and they're kind of relating it to us being in development camp, and you know, they're kind of training it to be a race horse, and we're kind of developing our game to, you know, go pro soon. So yeah, we kind of took that in our own way.
What was the initial reaction from guys when you got there?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of guys knew what was going on. I didn't know if we were going to be riding the horses or what was going on, but it was cool to see, obviously, see what those guys do for a living, and it was really cool to see.
Nick was saying to us that, you know, but he didn't say it. I suggested these camps might be a bit one of the middle times. So when you have something like that that's completely different,
yeah.
What does it do for you?
Yeah, it's nice. Obviously, you know, you're kind of focusing on hockey the whole year, and then you come to development camp. We were at the Raptors training facility, shooting some hoops there. That was fun, and then we go see this horse and see what they do. It's kind of just nice to not always be focused on hockey, get your mind away from the game, and
but know that still applies.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
What have you learned about dealing with pressure? I know you've had guest speakers and, you know, talking discussions. What have you learned about dealing with pressure at this camp?
Yeah, I think pressure, you know, it's a privilege, and I think you should be honored to have pressure because, you know, it's a big moment, and just kind of take that to yourself and take your game to the next level.
What guest speaker has resonated the most for you so far?
I would say probably Wendell Clark. He was on the first day of camp. He came in and